Austin. Austin.
Who's there? Is that?
Yes, it is I, the ghost of Sir Wilfred Laurier. I've been watching you carefully these past few years, Austin del Rio. You're studying at McGill in politics and economics, and your shared dedication to the well-being of Canada has given me hopes that there's someone to carry on my legacy.
But why me, Wilfred?
What? I just told you why. I need you to restore my vision of liberty. I need you to become the next Prime Minister of Canada.
Well, I do have a strong record of community service and leadership, like founding my own philosophy club at school, and I do strive to lead a principle-centered lifestyle.
I've seen some of your ideas, Austin, and they really make sense to me. Like what about the war in Afghanistan?
Well, I'm glad you asked. This is an example of a US-led initiative that Canada has gotten itself all tangled up in, and goes against our principles of world peacekeeping. According to a recent study by the Canadian Centre for Policy Alternatives, Canada is spending more on the Afghan war today than we spent during the height of the Cold War, over $18.2 billion per year. And in 2 years, we'll be spending 37% more on military expenditure than we did prior to the September 11th attacks. As Prime Minister, I would move to immediately end Canada's involvement in the Afghan war and bring our troops home now. We need to redirect the tremendous amount of money that we're spending abroad into programs at home, like the Canadian Pension Plan, which is so desperate for cash that it may be bankrupt by the year 2050.
But what about the Afghan children?
Well, the well-being of all people on this earth is important to me. And that's why I do believe that it is the responsibility of Canada, as it is the responsibility of all developed countries, to help the poor developing countries in any way that we can. But not at the expense of the Canadian children here. We need to focus our attention on nation building at home before we redirect the hard-earned savings of Canadians to nation building abroad.
And the economy?
Well, that's another important issue as well. As Prime Minister, I would move to immediately reform the Canadian monetary system, the lifeblood of our economy. Under our current fractional reserve system, it is the banks and central bank who benefit most with their unlimited ability to make new loans and issue new credit. Meanwhile, it's everybody else who loses when this new money that they've created results in inflation, which erodes the hard-earned savings of the Canadian citizens and diminishes the real wage. I propose a system of 100% reserve ratio banking, with our money once again backed by gold.
Ah, gold. Greatest measure of man's worth. You know I was as strong as a car, the gold standard.
Yes, I know. Sir Laurier, you were instrumental in keeping Canada on the gold standard for so long. And, like Canada then, under this system there'd be no need for a central bank with a monopoly on printing money. Of course, there'd be the added secondary benefits of also limiting the monopoly power of the banking industry and of redistributing wealth en masse to industry and individuals at the community and local level.
It's like I always say, Canada
is free and freedom is its nationality? Yes. By opening up the banking industry to new players and by limiting the ability of the banks to extract wealth from the poor through the process of inflation, we would be truly securing the economic liberty necessary to sustaining a free and democratic society.
Well, I think I've made the right choice in coming to you. I've seen you working hard at understanding these issues, and I think you'll make a fine Prime Minister.
Well, thank you, sir.
Well, I'm off. I have a game of checkers with Monsieur Trudeau in 15 minutes. He cheats, you know, and smells like a wet sock.
That he does, sir. That he does.